right, on today's video, we are back at the Crawford County Sportsman's Club, and today we are out here to do the review on the Meprolight MPO Pro S enclosed emitter red dot. Now, this gun is clear, no mag, nothing in the chamber. Now, the MPO Pro S is an RMSC footprint enclosed emitter red dot. I do believe this is the first enclosed emitter RMSC dot I have reviewed on the channel. There are not too many of these out right now. This is pretty much a new thing, but this is going to be something that's going to get very popular. I know there are quite a few companies that are in the process of designing RMSC footprint enclosed emitter dots and getting them out to the public here pretty soon. Now, we did a full unboxing on this red dot, and I will link that in the description below. We went over all the specs, everything that comes in the box. All that stuff was covered in the unboxing video, and I would suggest you go back and watch that because we did have a couple issues mounting this on the Tisas Night Stalker. The screws that came with it did not work. I had screws that would work, but I did have to cut them down. So if you want to go back and watch the unboxing video, I will explain to you what I had to do to get this on my Tisas Night Stalker. All right, since we went over all the specs in the unboxing video, I'm still going to go ahead and roll them across the screen, and you can pause it if you want to check those out. All right, all the ammo we're going to be using today in this review video will be my Steel Valley casting reloads. Now, if you're a reloader, head over to my website, go to the weekly deals section, check out Steel Valley casting. You'll be glad you did. All right, let's shoot one more 10-shot group. We'll get our light on here. We're going to shoot the middle right. Here we go. All right, this gun is clear, no mag, nothing in the chamber. All right, let's talk about my thoughts after shooting the first couple 10-shot groups. The brightness of the dot. We talked about it in the unboxing video a little bit. I said it was bright, but it's not that bright, and that still holds true now after being at the range. Now, you'll want to stay tuned because that kind of changes once we start using the multi-reticle system. But I was just running the dot, not having any issues with it. It's plenty bright enough, but it could be a little bit brighter. Now, as far as the glass goes, I'm not having any issues with the target. I've heard a couple people say they were getting some kind of distortion looking through the glass. I'm not seeing that. In fact, I'm pretty happy with the clarity of the glass. Now, one thing to keep in mind with an optic like this, anytime you're talking an RMSC footprint, it's going to be your smallest dot for a pistol. And now you take it and make it an enclosed dot, and that makes that window size just a little bit smaller. So it takes some getting used to. Now, I went and grabbed my PDP Pro slide, and this is the Holosun 509T. And as you can see, it's quite a bit bigger window. Now, that's just something you're going to want to keep in mind. RMSC footprint, small dot. Now you've enclosed the whole optic, and you've lost just a little bit more of your viewing window. But so far, I like this dot. All right, we got a full mag of my Steel Valley casting reloads loaded up. We've got a couple pieces of steel and some USPSA targets set up. We're just going to fire 2 shots into each target, transition back and forth. We're going to start off just using the red dot. Here we go. All right, ran them all. Let's get down and check targets. All right, our first piece of steel, we got both hits. Next target, we got 2 alpha, 3 or 4 alpha. Looks like we got 2 holes right here. We'll count them up. And our next target, we got 2 Alpha and 2 Charlie. And our next target, we got 2 Alpha, a Charlie, and a Delta. We got to do better than that. And our steel on the right, we got a hit here, and just barely, we got a hit right there. All right, we got another full mag reloads. Here we go. Ran them all. All right, steel on the left. We got both hits. Nice little group right there. 4 Alpha. Next target, we got 3 Alpha, 1 Charlie. Our next target, we got 2 Alpha, 1 Charlie. That's really nice. 2 Alpha. And both hits on steel. All right, this gun is clear, no mag, nothing in the chamber. All right, let's start talking about this dot. So transitioning from target to target, I wasn't having any issues there tracking the targets. Making adjustments on this. Obviously, I had to adjust the windage and elevation, sighting it in. As far as the adjustments go, they are not very audible, but they do have a very nice tactile click in between each click. So I'm real happy with that. So far, the dot is rock solid, so the mounting plate is working great. I believe we used 15 inch-pounds on the plate and on the dot. Really liking the buttons, turning the brightness levels up and down and switching between reticles. Really nice buttons right here. All right, this time we're going to switch it up a little bit. I turned on the dot and the circle. Here we go. Dot in the circle is super bright. I probably should have turned that down a little bit. It's definitely brighter than just running the dot, but I still prefer just running the dot. All right, we got both hits on steel. 2 Alpha, 1 Alpha, 2 Charlie, 1 Alpha, 3 Charlie, 2 Alpha, 1 Charlie. And a really nice tight group there. 2 hits on steel. All right, I think I'm gonna make an adjustment to the dot. Make a little bit of an adjustment to the left. All right, this time we're gonna run just the circle. And we're gonna start out on the right side. Here we go. All right, I did not like that at all. I prefer the dot, or the dot and the circle, but not just the circle. In fact, I missed a piece of steel down there on the right-hand side. All right, looks like we actually missed the steel once on the left side. All right, next target, we got 3 Alpha. And the next target, we've got 3 Alpha, 1 Charlie. Our next target, we've got 3 Alpha. We've got an Alpha Charlie. And 1 hit on steel on the right. All right, this gun's clear, no mag, nothing in the chamber. Let's talk about that multi-reticle system on this. So this is where things got a little weird. Like I said, the dot is bright enough, but it could be just a little bit brighter. Now, when you turn on the dot and the circle, or just the circle, it's insanely bright. Like, I don't think I've seen a brighter dot when it comes to a pistol optic. It's so bright you have to turn it down. Now, with that being said, when it is turned way up like that, there is some starbursting, and I'm getting starbursting even on the dot. But I have pretty bad astigmatism, so that pretty much happens with just about any red dot. Normally on an enclosed emitter dot, I've noticed that it does cut down on it a little bit, and the same holds true with this. But if you do have astigmatism, you are going to definitely see some starbursting. Now, as far as the circle or the circle dot goes, if you're one of those guys or girls that really likes the circle and the dot, then you're probably going to like this, because no matter how bright it is outside, you're definitely going to be able to adjust the brightness on this to work with pretty much any environment you're in. Alright, this gun is clear, no mag, nothing in the chamber. Well, my final thoughts on the Meprolight MPO Pro S. Let's go over the pros first. I love the design of this optic. Really nice looking optic. Held zero all day, no issues there. I love having the side load battery tray. It's also a captured screw in there, so that was what I really thought was cool. You don't have to worry about losing the screw like you do on a lot of the other optics. Really like the buttons here to adjust the brightness, change the multi-reticle. That's great. One of the biggest benefits of having an enclosed emitter dot, especially when it's RMSC footprint, is ease of cleaning your lens. You've got your lens here in the back and in the front, and with a lot of the other RMSC dots, when you're cleaning the front glass in the back, you're having to get that rag or your cloth, whatever you're using, up inside of the housing, and RMSC dots are a pain to clean. So this makes it really nice for keeping the optic clean. All right, another pro to this dot, which is pretty unique. This has manual brightness and auto brightness. So you get to pick what you like. You do have the sensor right here if you're going to use auto brightness. And it's super easy to cycle between the two. Hold your up button down for a few seconds, and it will go from auto bright to manual brightness, which is really cool. I really like the buttons on this. It's easy to adjust the brightness level, switch between the multi-reticle system. Once you learn it, it's super simple. Now let's get into the cons. I got a couple cons with this dot. The first one, I wish it sat a little lower. I don't know if they could maybe redesign this maybe in a Gen 2, but lower the base of the housing a little bit so you can actually co-witness with suppressor height sights. I can just barely catch the top of my front sight with these suppressor height sights. So maybe we can make the plate a little thinner, or make the base of the dot just a little bit lower, raise up the window size a little bit higher, but that's just something I would like to see done in the future. My second con, the dot, like I said, it's bright enough, but I wished it was brighter. I wished it had that intensity like the circle has. Because like I said, that circle is so bright, you're going to have to turn it down to like level 5 to even use it, to be honest with you. But other than that, I think it's a pretty awesome dot. It's got some really, really cool features. It looks damn good, especially on a double stack 1911. I think with just a couple tweaks to this dot, I think they'd really have something here. Do I recommend it? Absolutely. I don't really have any reason to take it off of this Night Stalker. I think it looks cool. I love the ability to clean the dot the way it is. So I'll probably just leave it on here. We'll probably test dots on it in the future, but as far as the dot that'll probably stay on this Night Stalker, I really like this Meprolight. One other thing that I'd really like to see in the future is a green dot version of this. If they come out with one of these with a green emitter, I'm all over it. But yeah, I think it's a pretty awesome dot. I think the price on it is right. You know, Meprolight's been around for a while, and I think they got a pretty good future in the pistol optics game. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.